All right, lesson 112, more on multiplication of radical expressions. These are fun. Yeah, sorry, I do think they're fun. Basically, when you see something like this, what do you think of? Well, maybe, I don't know, you might think of getting out of here and not doing the math anymore. I actually think of foiling. First, outer, inner, last, and that's what we do with these. Okay, and because we have a radical, it's going to be a little different. Okay, so when we do first, we get 2 times 3, 6. First, and then outer, so 2 times radical 8, we just write 2 root 8. Okay, and then inner, 3 times radical 2. So we're going to lead with the 3, radical 2. And then last is radical 2 times radical 8, which is actually, whoops, I said the word is, so I decided to write is 2 times 8 under a radical sign. Those two get to go together underneath. Radical 2 times radical 8 is radical 16. Alright, these two didn't get to join in because they weren't both radicals, so they had to stay separate during the multiplication. So now we simplify this, and this one actually can be simplified even further, but I'll do that second. I'm going to go, okay, that's the same as 6 plus 2 radical 8 plus 3 radical 2 plus 4, because square root of 16 is 4, which now can be simplified to 10 plus 2 radical 8 plus 3 radical 2. But we're not done because this can be simplified. Right now we don't have any like terms, but once we simplify 2 radical 8, that is the same, just to remind you, that's the same as 2 times radical 4 times radical 2. Because 4 times 2 is 8. So that is the same as 2 times 2 times radical 2. So this will simplify to 4 root 2. Alright, so really it's 10 plus 4 root 2 plus 3 root 2, or radical. I say root or radical, they're the same. Now I have a radical that is a like term. These two, or two radicals are like terms. So the final answer would be 4 plus 3, which is 7 radical 2. And there's the final answer. I put more steps in here than I might, because some of you might be able to do this in your head, simplify that right away and go, oh, that's 4 radical 2. And then get this simplified in a quicker manner. But I wanted to show all the steps in so you wouldn't be wondering where I got a certain number. All right, let's try that again. We're going to FOIL this one. When we do first, we get 8. Outer, we get negative 8 root 5. Inner is 2 root 5. And last is a negative 2 times radical 5 times radical 5. So really what it is this, right? Now you might have been able to reduce that in your head. If you can't, write it out, because that'll help you from making a mistake. When we multiply, that's the same as 2 root 25, which is the same as 2 times 5, which is 10. So this is going to simplify to 10 when we get there. So that's 8 minus 8 root 5 plus 2 root 5. I could have put those together right away. Minus 2 times 5, which is 10. So now I'm going to put all that together, and they're all going to be negative. It's negative 2 minus 6 root 5 is the answer. The next one is, again, we're going to FOIL. 2 times 3 is 6. First, outer would be plus 4 root 2. Inner plus 3 root 2. And last, root 2 times root 2 times 2. So that's 2 times square root of 4, which is, well, I'll write it just so you can see it. And then I see those two are going to be like terms. And this actually can be 2 times 2, which is going to be 4. So we have 10 plus 7 root 2. There we go. Alright, this one says expand. They have this, but with a square. So all that means is root 2x plus root 3y times itself. Root 2x plus root 3y. So there's be a little more messy because we have some x's and y's in there. Alright, so first is root 2 times root 2, which actually is 2, right? When you have a radical times a radical and they're the same, the bottom drops out, or what's in there drops out. So when we do these two together, that turns into a positive 2x squared. Okay, that's your first. Then we're going to do outer. We're going to have an xy. Root 2 times root 3 is root 6 xy. And these are the same, plus root 6 xy. And then the last one is root 3 times root 3, which is a 3y squared. Alright, now we're going to combine any like terms. It just looks like the two middles. So we have 2x squared plus 2 root 6 xy plus 3y squared. That's your final answer. Okay, so the big deal on this is just know that you FOIL. Alright. The back page has your practice. I want you to do it and then check your work with me. I'm going to do it quietly, and then you're going to just go ahead and see if you got the same thing. Okay? Okay, that one's ugly, but it's the way it goes. There are the answers. I'll zoom out. And there you go. Not too complicated of a problem. So have fun with that.